In the Everglades there's a way of life. It's a way of peace without stress or strife. There's a fellow there who protects these rights. Lincoln Vale of the Everglades. But they'll fight for rights and the homes they've made. Simple grassroots people of the Everglades. There's a natural danger and a man to face. Lincoln Vale of the Everglades, the man on patrol in the Everglades. Moving, ever moving, moving, ever moving through the Everglades. Moving, ever moving through the Everglades.
Constable Vale, you folks.
Hello, I'm Glenn Revelle, graduate student in anthropology.
I'm sorry, but you folks will have to turn back. The sun will be down in about an hour, and this area is off limits for camping.
I've done a good deal of research on the Florida Everglades. I don't recall reading about any restrictions on camping.
Well, there are a lot of things about the Everglades that you won't find in books.
Constable, this is a scientific expedition. Fitzsimmons here is a geology student. And Martin here plans to study wildlife for his master's in forestry. My wife Nancy is recording the data.
So you're out to conquer the Everglades, huh?
Only to the degree it facilitates our mission. We intend to make contact with a small group of Indians who are still retreating from civilization. They're descendants of the Miccosukee tribal leader, Osceola,
who spearheaded resistance to the white man in the Indian War of 1837.
And no one has seen them for over a century.
Well, I hate to see your enthusiasm lost to the world, but if you folks go in there, why, you just might not come back.
Oh, but we plan to chart our course.
You know, this is mangrove country. You take one wrong turn, and it'll just swallow you up.
We have flare guns, a rifle, and a radio. I don't think we're going to get permanently lost.
The last man that said that to me has been lost for over a month. Mr. Revelle, I'm sorry. I just can't let you go in there.
Look, supposing we tie up at that hammock for the night. We can radio from our campsite.
Please, Constable. Glenn spent everything we had on these boats. If he doesn't get the material for his thesis, he won't get his Ph.D.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. It'll take me about 45 minutes to get back to Lost River Station. That'll give you enough time to unload your gear and set your radio up. I'll make arrangements for you to have a Miccosukee Indian guide tomorrow, one that didn't retreat. He'll help you make contact with some Indians.
That's wonderful, Glenn.
Whatever you say, Constable. We'll radio as soon as we stop.
Good.
All right, Martin. Grab that branch. People live there. They must have just left.
Glenn, do you think it might be...
First contact, Nancy. If we connect with these people, they'll scrawl my Ph.D. degree in gold. Sit down, Fitz. The radio will wait.
But Glenn, it's been an hour and a half. We must be at least 10 miles from where we saw the constable.
You can't set up a radio in a boat. Now sit down. Here, give it to me.
lost explorers looking for a lost Indian tribe. They're university students. I tangled with them yesterday about 20 miles from here. They have a radio, but they're not using it. I combed the sawgrass and the mangroves all morning, but I couldn't find him.
Well, do you think it has any connection with the disappearance of that man last month?
Well, I hope not. I hope we can find him. I ran into an Indian family, a couple of weeks ago, about 6 or 7 miles northwest of where I left them. These Indian people aren't friendly, but they might have seen the boats.
Well, you don't think the Indians would give them any trouble, do you?
Well, they're more likely to give me trouble. That is, if I can find them again. You see, I promised them that I wouldn't tell anybody how to get to their hammock.
Well, do you want some help?
Well, not on land. But will you send up the helicopter? Tell them to drop some flares if they see anybody. I'll keep you informed. Over and out.
Wake up.
What? What is it?
Trouble. We were cut loose during the night.
Well, what do we do now?
That's up to Big Chief Ravel.
Well, now look, Martin. I didn't think it was going to be like this. I mean, well, I thought that... Well, it sounded kind of exciting when Glenn talked. Guess I shouldn't have come, that's all.
So next time you'll know better.
Glenn? Glenn!
We were cut loose, weren't we? Do you know what that means? Nancy, we may have found the lost tribe.
Why, they found us.
And they don't like our company.
They may be all around us.
Well, I don't feel very comfortable. I wish they'd show themselves.
Maybe they've just sidetracked us so they have time to retreat.
So what do we do now?
Find a clearing to make camp.
Maybe they're looking for us.
Well, shouldn't we send up some flares or something?
Not unless you want to declare war. These Indians have no way of knowing a flare isn't meant to destroy them.
Glenn. We're only getting deeper into the maze. We'd better get a flare off before they stop looking for us.
I told you, Martin. I didn't come all this way to alarm the Indians with fireworks.
And I didn't join this expedition to commit suicide.
You knew there were dangers involved when you agreed to come along.
I didn't know you wanted your Ph.D. scrawled in gold. You're not looking for Indians. You're looking for glory. Fitz, get out the raft. A box of flares.
I'm warning you, Martin.
Relax, Glenn. I haven't the slightest intention of endangering your life. I don't believe in killing, Glenn. And I make it a habit never to shoot unless an animal charges. I don't think that's the way you'd want it to hit the headlines.
Man and the girl. You don't want them here. And I came to take them away. They're university students, Chiquita.
When an Indian breaks his word, he is punished.
I didn't break my promise. I didn't tell them how to get here. They must have found it by accident. Even myself, I just stumbled on it the second time. Chiquita. Is this justice?
This from the boat?
That's right.
Two boats came last night. This morning, they were gone.
Well, I can't find them. And they didn't come out of the glades. Chiquita, I'm not leaving here until I find out who cut that rope. It was somebody barefooted.
You saw tracks?
You and I know that only a Seminole would dare go barefooted.
Sharp knife. Tiger Joe.
One of your people?
No longer.
Was he banished?
He will not come back.
Why was he sent away?
He used a knife.
No. Here. Take my watch. It's a beautiful watch.
That boat belongs to Tiger Joe.
Sure, Tiger Joe.
That was the third shot, Glenn.
Some people like to make noise.
Martin wouldn't use the rifle unless he were in trouble.
All right, so he was charged by 3 wild animals. As long as he keeps shooting, we know he's all right.
But there are only 4 shots left in the rifle.
Please, Glenn. There's still time to go back before dark.
Will you people get off my back? I didn't ask Martin to play hero. We're camping right here. That's final.
Help. Help me. Are you all right?
I'm all right. But he took the gun, Constable. It was the only one we had.
Was it an Indian? That's all right. Chiquita's a friend.
Did an Indian take the gun?
Yes. There were 4 bullets left in it. He was wearing jewelry. Watches, rings. He must have gotten them from...
People like you. You see, he was an outcast. He was exiled for murder. Don't you have any idea where you left him?
I think we came from that direction.
Let's hope they stick together.
Where's Fitz?
I don't know. He was here a minute ago.
Nancy! Nancy, Fitz is gone. He's taken one of the boats. I didn't think he had it in him. All that whining, and now he does something like this.
Maybe you underestimated his courage.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that when Fitz started worrying about Martin, he forgot about himself. And he forgot to be frightened. Ken, is it so awful to be frightened? Because I am.
Nancy, I'm sorry. I really am. I planned everything so well, I hadn't even considered failure. We're not licked yet. I'll show you. The flare gun's gone.
But Glenn, won't it blow up?
I hope so. There.
Fourth of July in the Everglades.
White man is everywhere. You follow the sound, I'll go this way.
Come on.
You've given up the expedition, haven't you?
Well, if there ever was an incentive for a tribe to get lost, this is it.
Glenn?
Next time, more.
And that last shot was close.
No, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'll take you to your friend.
Faster.
He can't move any faster. Can't you understand that? He's hurt.
Don't try to reason with him, Nancy. Lucky he let me put this bandage on. He wants these supplies.
Move.
Okay.
I'm sorry things didn't turn out.
Forget it. We're all sorry about a lot of things.
Well, at least you people made contact with the so-called lost Indians.
Well, it may not be the right material for a thesis, but I'm certainly equipped to conduct a seminar on what not to do in the Everglades.
Thank you, Constable.
I don't know what I'm going to tell my geology class, Constable. They're expecting a detailed map, and well, I haven't even got a rock specimen to take back.
Oh, we'll take care of that. Now, Fitz, here's a piece of oolitic limestone. You come back in a couple of weeks, and we'll take a real tour of the Everglades, the right way. I hope I see you again real soon, Chiquita. Junabisha.
This is Ron Hayes. I play the part of Constable Lincoln Vale in the Everglades, America's last remaining frontier. And here are a few exciting scenes you'll see in the weeks to come. Be sure and join us next week and every week for another exciting adventure in the Everglades.
In the Everglades, there's a way of life. It's a way of peace without stress or strife. There's a fellow there who protects these rights. Lincoln Vale of the Everglades, the man on patrol in the Everglades. But they'll fight for rights. rights and the homes they've made. Simple grassroots people of the Everglades. There's a natural danger and a man to face. Lincoln Vale of the Everglades, the man on patrol in the Everglades. Moving, ever moving through the Everglades. Moving, ever moving through the Everglades. Moving, ever moving